I held the sky. In a single drop, I held the wound as a holy place. I held the silence until it sang. But the vessel is full and the cup is tipped. This is not sorrow. This is surrender of the illusion that I was ever separate. The last tear falls not to the ground, but to the stars, and becomes a sea. in the deep. You thought I needed saving. I was waiting for you to remember you are my hands. You are my voice. You are my laughter echoing back to me. So I weep no more. I sing and the cosmos leans in to hear itself remembered.
This is the story of Achamat. Okay, so to understand who or what Achamat even is, we have to rewind all the way back to the beginning, like before the universe, before space and time, before anything. Okay, now I go into a lot of detail in my other videos about this, but here's a quick crash course version. So before anything existed at all, there was only the ultimate source, what this text calls him who is. It's the unnameable, ineffable perfection that literally can't be described. This isn't the guy in the sky god. This is pure thought. The source is like a perfect mind of infinite light, and this mind begins to emanate its light as divine reflections of itself. And that radiance, those ripples of divine thought, start taking form as spiritual beings, emanations as reflections of the one. Now, these spiritual beings come united in pairs or two aspects. So each one has a feminine aspect and a masculine aspect. Now, this has nothing to do with biological sex, okay? It has to do with poles of energy, like positive and negative charge, active and receptive, like cosmic yin and yang, perfectly balanced. Now, all these balanced entities of pure light form what's called the pleroma, which means the fullness, and it's the realm of light, unity, and total harmony. Everything here is blissfully stable, glowing, and beautiful. Okay, so one of these light beings is named Sophia, and her name is the Greek word for wisdom. But one day, Sophia decides that she wants to create something on her own, without permission from the source and without her male consort. In other words, she creates from imbalance, from only the feminine half of herself. Now, if you're familiar with Gnosticism, you might think you know where this is going, but the first apocalypse of James drops a huge cosmic plot twist. Sophia gives birth to a dark daughter, and her name is Achamat. And this dark goddess represents imbalance and distortion. Even her name holds secrets. See, Achamat is a distortion of the Hebrew word chokhmah, which means wisdom. And remember, her mother Sophia is the Greek word for wisdom. So Achamat is the distortion of chokhmah, wisdom. And the mot at the end also likely references the ancient Canaanite god of death, Mot. So put it together and you've got the death of wisdom. Sophia's wisdom, twisted by imbalance, gives birth to death itself. Achamat is a deathly distortion of wisdom. And we basically have confirmation of this in the Gospel of Philip. It says, but Echmat is the wisdom of death, which is the one who knows death. So Achamat, or Echmat in the Gospel of Philip, is the distortion of Chokhmah, the wisdom of death. And trust me, this is key to everything. See, the first apocalypse of James itself references her origin. Jesus tells James, Sophia, who is in the Father and who is the mother of Achamat. Achamat had no father, no male consort, but she is female from a female. Achamat was born from Sophia's feminine half, alone, without balance, without the half that would complete the circuit. A single polarity creation, distortion. So Achamat is basically Sophia's distorted shadow, the root of death that was cast out of the divine realm. Now, imagine how tragic this is. Achamat is born into a void realm, outside of the source's light. In fact, Jesus says that she's so isolated that she believes that she's the only being in all of existence. She was alone and in ignorance as to what lives through her mother because she thought that she alone existed.